From the moment man first took to the skies, we have been captivated by the dream of flight. Yet alongside the triumphs of aviation, there exists a darker side, a history etched with tragedy. Today we delve into the history of aviation to uncover 10 of the most tragic airplane disasters. These events not only shocked the world, but also led to significant changes in aviation safety. Join me as we remember these events, not to dwell on the loss, but to understand how they shaped the world of aviation into what it is today. The year is 1937. The Hindenburg, a behemoth of the skies, approaches its destination. Filled with flammable hydrogen, it was a marvel of its time. Passengers enjoyed luxurious amenities. But on this fateful day, disaster struck. A fire erupted near the tail section. Within seconds, flames engulfed the ship. The airship plummeted to the ground. 36 souls perished. The Hindenburg disaster marked the end of the airship era. High above the mountains of Japan, a Boeing 747 Japan Airlines Flight 123 soars towards its destination. On board, over 500 passengers and crew go about their routines, unaware of the catastrophe that awaits. 12 minutes after takeoff, a catastrophic failure of the aircraft's rear pressure bulkhead ripped a gaping hole in the 747's tail. The explosive decompression severed hydraulic lines, crippling the aircraft's control systems. The pilots, facing a nightmare scenario, fought valiantly to control the crippled aircraft. For 32 agonizing minutes, Flight 123 remained airborne, its flight path erratic and unpredictable. Hope dwindled with each passing moment as the aircraft, starved of control, descended towards the unforgiving mountains below. The inevitable crash, when it came, was catastrophic. Out of the 524 souls on board, only 4 survived. The cause of the bulkhead failure? A faulty repair years earlier. The crash of Japan Airlines Flight 123 remains the deadliest single aircraft disaster in history. Tenerife Airport, shrouded in a blanket of fog, becomes the stage for an unimaginable tragedy. 2 Boeing 747s, KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736 are diverted to the airport due to a bomb threat at their original destination. The airport, ill-equipped to handle such large aircraft, becomes overcrowded. Confusion reigns as pilots struggle to communicate with air traffic control amidst the dense fog. Tragically, miscommunication proves fatal. The KLM flight, cleared for takeoff but unaware of the Pan Am jet still on the runway, begins its roll. In a horrifying instant, the KLM 747 collides with the Pan Am aircraft at full speed. The impact is catastrophic, the resulting inferno claiming the lives of 583 people. The Tenerife Airport disaster remains the deadliest accident in aviation history. In its wake, sweeping changes to communication procedures and ground traffic control were implemented, forever altering the landscape of aviation safety. Air France Flight 447, an Airbus A330, slices through the night sky, carrying 228 souls from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. The flight encounters a powerful thunderstorm over the Atlantic Ocean, then silence. The aircraft vanishes from radar. A frantic search and rescue operation is launched. For 2 years, the fate of Flight 447 remains a mystery. Finally, the wreckage is discovered deep on the ocean floor. Data from the flight recorders reveals a chilling chain of events. Faulty speed sensors and pilot error led to an aerodynamic stall. The loss of Flight 447 highlights the delicate balance between man and machine. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 is a chilling reminder of the mysteries that still linger in our modern world. The Boeing 777, carrying 239 souls, vanished without a trace on March 8, 2014, en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Despite an unprecedented international search effort, the aircraft's whereabouts remain unknown. Theories abound: mechanical failure, pilot suicide, even alien abduction, but concrete answers remain elusive. The lack of closure for the families of those lost is unimaginable. The disappearance of MH370 stands as a stark reminder of the vastness of our oceans and the mysteries they hold. Chicago O'Hare International Airport, a bustling hub of activity, becomes the backdrop for a tragedy that exposes the potential consequences of design flaws. American Airlines Flight 191, a McDonnell Douglas DC-10, prepares for takeoff. As the aircraft lifts off the runway, disaster strikes. The left engine, improperly maintained, separates from the wing, severing vital hydraulic lines and sending the aircraft careening out of control. The pilots, struggling to regain control of the crippled aircraft, are unable to prevent the inevitable. Flight 191 crashes into a field near the airport, exploding on impact. All 271 people on board perish, along with 2 individuals on the ground. The tragedy sends shockwaves through the aviation industry, prompting a thorough investigation into the DC-10's design. The investigation reveals critical flaws in the aircraft's engine mounting system, leading to sweeping changes in maintenance procedures and design modifications for the DC-10 fleet. The skies above Lockerbie, Scotland, are torn apart by an act of unimaginable terror. Pan Am Flight 103, a Boeing 747 en route from London to New York, explodes in mid-air, the result of a bomb planted in the cargo hold. The explosion, occurring at an altitude of 31,000 feet, obliterates the aircraft, sending debris raining down on the unsuspecting town below. All 259 people on board, along with 11 residents of Lockerbie, are killed in the disaster. The bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 sends shockwaves around the world. The investigation, a complex and multinational effort, eventually points to Libyan intelligence officers as the perpetrators. The Lockerbie bombing remains a stark reminder of the vulnerability of air travel to acts of terrorism and the devastating consequences that such acts can have. High above Iowa, a DC-10 United Airlines Flight 232 experiences a catastrophic engine failure. The explosion sends shrapnel through the tail section, severing all 3 hydraulic systems, leaving the aircraft completely without conventional control. The situation seems hopeless, yet, in the face of unimaginable adversity, the flight crew displays extraordinary courage and skill. Captain Al Haynes and his crew, utilizing only differential engine thrust, attempt to guide the crippled aircraft towards Sioux City, Iowa. The approach to Sioux Gateway Airport is harrowing. The aircraft, starved of control, swaying precariously. Despite their valiant efforts, the pilots are unable to prevent a crash landing. The DC-10 slams into the runway, breaking apart and erupting in flames. Miraculously, 185 of the 296 souls on board survive the crash. The heroic actions of the flight crew, their unwavering determination in the face of certain disaster, become a testament to human resilience and the power of teamwork. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 961, a Boeing 767, is hijacked en route from Addis Ababa to Nairobi. 3 men, seeking asylum, storm the cockpit, demanding to be flown to Australia. Armed with a fake bomb, they force the pilots to comply. The pilots, low on fuel, attempt a water landing near the Comoros Islands. The aircraft breaks apart on impact, killing 125 of the 175 on board. This tragedy highlights the human cost of desperation and the need for international cooperation. The Concorde, a symbol of speed and luxury, prepares to depart from Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport. Flight 4590, bound for New York, carries 100 passengers. A small metal strip lies on the runway. The tire strikes the strip, sending shrapnel into the fuel tank. The left wing erupts in flames. Pilots struggle to gain altitude. The Concorde crashes into a hotel, killing all on board. The disaster shocks the aviation industry. The Concorde is grounded indefinitely. The crash marks the end of supersonic passenger travel. These 10 tragedies, etched in the annals of aviation history, serve as reminders of both the perils of flight and the continuous efforts to improve aviation safety. Each disaster brought about changes, new regulations, enhanced safety measures, and better technology to prevent history from repeating itself. From the ashes of these tragedies, a safer, more resilient aviation industry emerged. The lessons learned from each disaster, often paid for in the most tragic of circumstances, have led to advancements in aircraft design, pilot training, air traffic control, and security measures. The pursuit of aviation safety is an ongoing journey, a testament to the enduring human spirit that strives to learn from the past and build a safer future in the skies.